It is so weird in this lighting. I thought I kept my cameras clean, but there was dust. I seen it in this lighting. I mean, it's a sports camera. It's a little sports camera, but yeah, it can handle the dust. It can handle it. Welcome everybody to another Nomadic Monday for September 16th. I think today's the 16th. I'm not sure. I don't have my watch on. Actually, I do know because I got your guys' letter or your comments right here. And at the top of the app, it says Sunday, September 16th. Mind blown. It's weird when you don't know the days. You don't know what month it is. You don't know what year it is. That's me. I don't know the month, the day, the year. I stopped into Metropolis, Illinois last week to get my passport paper. Need to find out certain things. I'm really embarrassed that I have to ask my mother, whom I only text every once in a while, XOXO, letting her know I'm thinking about her. And not really knowing, I really don't know my mom. I seen her once back in 2012, and for about 3 or 4 days, and prior to that I hadn't seen her probably in 20 years. Now I have to send her a message and saying, Mom, when's your birthday? And by the way, do you know Dad's birthday? I mean, I know my dad's birthday, I just don't know what year he's born. I could probably figure out my mom's birthday, but I don't know what year she's born. And then I started thinking to myself, I have 2 kids. Now, my son was born Christmas Day, so it's easy. It is, 12/25? But I don't know what year he was born. My daughter, I know so many people with birthdays in the month of November, and hers falls in with everybody else's, and I get them all confused. And then again, I don't know what year my daughter was born. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just embarrassed to ask my mom, say, hey Mom, when's your birthday? What, I don't know if I should ask her what her birthday is, because I think it's January. I think her birthday is like January 11th. For some reason, that's sticking in my noggin. But the year, I don't know. But so I'm thinking, should I ask for her entire birthday? And I got to ask her if she knows my dad's birthday. July 4th, I know, but what year he was born. Hopefully she'll remember that. But I wonder if she's going to get offended that I don't know none of this stuff. But it's just me. I'm very forgetful. I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible with the day. I'm terrible with the month. I'm terrible with the years of everything. It's just something it's right up there with my mathematical skills and my spelling skills. I swear, if speech to text was not a thing, I don't know how I would get through life. I don't know. But should I ask her, and how should I ask her? I'm thinking about just asking about, Mom, what year were you born? What city were you born in? Do you know about Dad? Do you know what year he was born and what city he was born in? Because those are 2 things I need to know. Everything else I can kind of fill in the blanks, I think. But I don't know. There's nobody. I can't ask my grandparents. They passed away. So what are you going to do? My dad, I haven't talked to him in 30 years. I have no idea even how to get a hold of him. So I'm really hoping she's the only person I can ask. And I wonder how she's going to take it. We'll figure that out when it comes to it. Anyway, let's get on with today's replies. I keep wanting to say, well, they're comments, right? They're comments. You guys aren't asking questions. It's just I'm reading the comments. And messing up the names with that too. Oh, everything's going off. Oh, this is what's going on. Let me grab my phone here. I have to check it real fast. Might as well do it on camera. Okay, so before I get to the comments, a lot of you in previous videos said, I'm so glad your daughter is doing well. I'm glad, you know, because she was out and about last time I was home. I went to her house and met her in the front yard. I took her to the infusion center where she got the stuff pumped into her PICC lines, brought her back home, and put her on camera for a quick second. Well, for the last 2 weeks, things kind of went down. I thought they were getting better, but now she can't get out of bed, and she needs a wheelchair. And she put out on Facebook today, I noticed, is there anybody out there that has a wheelchair? I'm going to be stuck in one now. So the great news is my ex-mother-in-law purchased a wheelchair online, and it's going to be at the house this week. That's it's really good that I'm going to be doing a drive-by the house so I can help put that thing together, because I'm assuming Amazon isn't going to ship a wheelchair completely put together. But for those of you that said, hey, I'm glad to see your daughter's doing well, I guess she's not. But for a while, I thought she was too. Okay, she just wrote me, I'm not giving up. I have too much family, and you guys are why I fight this. Blah, 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 blah. So, well, we'll just have to find out how that goes. I just have to check the text periodically. She's needs to talk to people, and I guess I'm one of the people she needs to talk to. I mean, she is my daughter. All right, so on last week's Nomadic Monday video, I really apologize about that. Like I said in the video, I shot the entire thing. I went through the entire thing in a little room within the Super Museum, and then I lost the footage. Well, I didn't lose it. I deleted it on accident. Had to go and reshoot it. Pretty much hit all the same topics that I did when I was actually in the museum. So you just got this background, and excuse me, instead of a Superman statue behind me. Reverend Tommy Two-Tone writes, what Camo Dave video are you mentioned in? I missed it. Yeah, I was so fortunate to have Camo Dave mention me in a video, and I picked up some subscribers from him. It was what video was that? I'm trying to think of what Camo had. It was something to do with giving away a pair of socks or something, or there was drama on the hiking trail or something with somebody. So it was one of those videos. And then Friday, I believe the afternoon video, this last Friday, he also, or was it Saturday? I think it was Friday or Saturday, the second video of the day, I think the 2 o'clock video, he highlighted another one of my videos, which was kind of cool. Same last week's Nomadic Monday, Roxanne Riskin writes, the fall meetup in Metropolis meet and greet looks awesome. I have to catch up on your videos. You are making me smile and laugh today. So much goodness in the video. I'm going to send you a first aid kit for your truck. Oh my God, Roxanne. Thanks for the book shout out. We did this together. I'm going to be using the Road Less Traveled book in a class I'll be teaching next spring, Mindfulness on the Roads Less Traveled, a poetry course. That's pretty cool. And then she wrote, you will have more fantastic content. It sounds like there's so much fun. Maybe shoot another tour inside the museum Sunday. And I would love a Halloween nomadic themed video too. Maybe another cemetery. Yeah, I passed by a cemetery just a little bit ago, and I was actually looking for a place to park the truck. It was one of those cemeteries you see in the middle of a cornfield. You're driving down the interstate system. There's no roads to get into the cemetery. I don't know how people get in and out, because it was just a cornfield with about 100 headstones in it, and the sun was going down, and I thought to myself, that would have been great to pull in there and do that. There is going to be some Halloween videos coming up. Paducah, Kentucky, Metropolis, Illinois, and well, everybody knows Halloween Horror Nights. I'm just holding off until October. Let all the people that do what I normally do during the Halloween, because normally I go the very first night of Halloween Horror Nights. But if you go the last couple years, if you're like there on opening night, they don't have everything organized quite just yet, and the actors are just getting used to their roles of scaring people, and everything's not quite there. If you go in the middle of Halloween Horror Nights, like in October, things are kind of just gelling and everything's working really good. So I'm going to try that this year. I have not missed a year since it started. I'm not going to miss a year now. Yeah, my daughter's ill, and I was thinking about missing it this year, but they got a Ghostbusters house. Second year Stranger Things has been there. Rob Zombie's got a scare zone and a haunted house, and they got the Creep Show. They got so many fun Halloween haunted houses this year. I don't want to miss it, so if I could visit my daughter, stick with her, make her feel good, run over to Halloween Horror Nights for the evening, have some fun, and then get back with my daughter. I'm not going to do the hotels at Universal this year. I mean, I have my motorhome. I live in my motorhome anyway, and I would just stay at the Thousand Trails, so I wouldn't be getting a hotel room anyway this year. But I think all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the cat in Cousin Eddie and run over to Halloween Horror Nights, come back to Cousin Eddie, sober up a little bit from the evening's festivities, and borrow the company car, go over and stay with my daughter a little more, and then come back out here on the road. It's bad because you make all these Halloween plans a year in advance. I do it. It's my big time of year. I love Halloween. I love the fall season. But so you make these plans, and then just as your plans are coming to fruition and you're getting ready to do everything, bad things happen. And yeah, physically I'm fine, but financially she can't work. She's bedridden, and it looks like, going to be in a wheelchair. She can't pay her rent, can't pay her electric, can't do all this other stuff. Even though I'm not homeless, I have a motorhome. I live in an RV. It's just my paychecks that I was going to use to go do things like hop on an airplane and go to Bangkok or go to Jamaica and do that. I can't do none of that stuff now. This whole MRSA septic thing, whatever, is throwing a wrench in the thing. But it's not going to stop me from shooting Halloween videos at all. Roxanne Riskin also wrote, same video, I finally ordered my brick today. That's awesome. So if any of you guys want one of those legacy bricks from the Super Museum, that they're real bricks, you could put on it whatever you want. It goes in the sidewalk right around the Super Museum in downtown Metropolis, Illinois. You could just go to the Superman Museum website and just follow the links and click and order one, or you could purchase one if you're driving by. Let's say you're in Chicago or St. Louis and you're going to Nashville, or if you're in Nashville and you're driving up to St. Louis or Chicago, whip into Metropolis, go to the Super Museum, and just grab a brick there. It'll go in the ground. It's pretty awesome. Everybody that does that, I'll make sure to keep shooting video every time I pass by of all the new bricks. Maybe you'll see your brick in there. Who knows? Beverly Steer writes, as the cat starts to fall as it's chasing a mosquito, she gave me a smiley face on the same video. Smiley face right back at you. James writes on the let's see, James wrote, that was amazing, Rick. Those rooms in the mansion upstairs are beautiful. That was in my haunted, that was kind of a Halloween-y, the beginning of the Halloween season videos. I did kind of a ghost story tour of Metropolis during the daytime, obviously, because even though I don't believe in ghosts, they still scare me. So I went through the Riverview Bed and Breakfast Mansion in Metropolis, talking about all the ghosts that supposedly reside within that place, and it was fun. And if you guys ever want to stay there, it is like, if you watch that video, you see that the rooms are beautiful. It's great. Don't book online. Look at my video, get the phone number from the video, give them a call. Let them know that you watch this channel. They may give you, like I said in that one video, a minuscule discount. They can't do the discounts on the website, but they can do them over the phone. Just say you watch my channel and Rick said you might be able to give us a YouTube discount. Who knows? Who knows? No promises, but there's a possibility. Friday 0089 writes, that's my man Sadez. I love that big-hearted fool. Biggest Superman fan in the world. And that was on my Metropolis 4D puzzle video. So I was coming back from the owners of the mansions, not the mansions, of the Super Museum's home, and I got a video chat with the person that was working behind the counter at the museum saying, hey Rick, are you still here? There's somebody here that wants to meet you that watches you on YouTube. Yeah, I'm in town. I was walking back to my truck, but I'll cut the city streets, the busy Metropolis streets. Motor fired up for some reason. And so I went in there to meet him, and he was the nicest gentleman. It was him and his sister, and he created and built this 4D puzzle to donate to the museum. And it was really nice people. I think they said they were from Michigan. I don't know. I forget what town in Michigan, but I know they were from Michigan. Nikki J, theme park hipster. She's awesome. Everybody should subscribe to her. And I totally forgot. If you have an iOS device, which is Apple, this is an Apple. This is my only Apple product, but I do have an Apple product. If you have an Apple product, you can actually download the theme park hipster application. She has her own application on iOS. So check that out. And it's full of helpful hints for the solo theme park traveler. And I think you could probably get to the website, her podcast, and YouTube channel within the application also. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't have it, but I do follow her on everything else. She's been kind enough to send me t-shirts and everything. She's pretty amazing. A really nice person. Loving the Monday Q&A videos. Thanks, Nikki. No theme park hipster. I'm just going to call you by your name, Nikki. Yeah, thanks. I don't know how these things are going. It was just an idea, and I've been doing it now for a couple weeks, and I'm really liking it. It helps break up the videos a little bit throughout the week and eases some of the pressure of trying to create content. And it's fun. It's fun for me, and most of the time it's fun for the cat. Normally she's here walking in front of the camera. For some reason, though, she's just sitting up there on the front windshield looking at the bugs. Lightning bugs are flying around outside in front of the window. She's just sitting there wiggling her tail. James Alt writes, we are your family, Rick. Well, thanks, James. I know you guys are. That's how I feel. I feel the same way. Eminescence, you could check him out on YouTube also. EMINECEFRONTX5. He does like exploration videos out in the middle of the deserts, Southern California, and I think some Nevada stuff. He wrote I Likey, and I don't know what video he wrote that on, but he also wrote, you are good at this. Welcome to the explorer world of discovery and endless imagination. It's great. Like the last 2 years, I've been kind of getting into this stuff. It's really hard in a large vehicle like a tractor trailer. That's why I live in a motorhome also. Once everything in my life starts to die down, start getting back to normal, and I get in that groove, and I can start saving money a little more and generating revenue off of YouTube and t-shirt sales and stuff, and still fall back on my truck driving, for the bulk of my income. And I'm able to get out, take my motorhome out of the state of Florida eventually, and kind of venture into Georgia slowly, maybe some Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana stuff, and just kind of stick around in my Thousand Trails area, because I got the whole Southeast. So I'll just hit Thousand Trails and then Uber around towns wherever I am. I knew you weren't going to stay in that window very long. That's when the adventure is going to start. It won't be long, guys. See her tail? She's doing this. Oh, no, she's going to lay down. James writes, Rick, your vlogs are so amazing. I always look forward to them. Well, thanks. Thanks, James. Yeah, they're going to start getting a little bit better, hopefully, because they have to. If I'm going to be highlighted on other people's channels, I can't keep just forcing content and doing terrible jobs editing. I gotta start growing eventually. And I kind of fall into that groove where you feel comfortable doing what you're doing and without advancing much. But when things like this happen, it kind of forces you out of your comfort zone, and you have to get a little bit better at what you're doing. So hopefully they get a little better. Robert B writes, highlight of the video is the Aunt Jemima. No. So the ghost video, or not the ghost video, there was another video where I was trying to explore. I think that's the title even, trying to explore. I went into another mansion museum, and on the wall they had a hootenanny. They call them hootenannies. I only know that because I lived in Georgia for a while when I was stationed at Fort Stewart in Georgia. And we used to go to the flea markets all the time. And you know those little black people figurines of like the cook, like that look like Aunt Jemima and stuff, but they're really black and they have the really red lips and stuff. The older stuff, which is probably racist nowadays, I'm assuming. Probably. But in the museum, there was a hootenanny. But that's where I learned the word. I was at a flea market. This person sold hootenannies, and every little thing like that is called a hootenanny. So there was one of those on the wall, but it was a scary looking one. It was like, yeah, it was pretty creepy. A lot of the old dolls, you know, the dolls back in the day in the 1800s, those are always creepy. And some of the old hootenannies were creepy also. Boy, this is a long one here. Whoa. Okay. Nomadic Survival writes on my videos where my battery on my Verizon jetpack started to expand and almost blew up when I was sleeping. Wrote, thanks for the warning. Had heard about phones doing that. No, phones have been doing that forever. I think ever since smartphones. You know, back when we used to have the flip phones and stuff, and the beep, Sprint, touch to talk phones and stuff like that. Those didn't do it so much, but once the very first iPhone came out and HTC created the very first Android and the Palm Pilot, they were doing it back then. And ever since they've always, only recently have the phones not really been doing it, but it's crazy. I had the batteries in my portable DVD player in my truck DVD but hadn't heard about the jetpacks doing it. I know it has to do with leaving the charger plugged in for too long. It's what causes the batteries to get damaged and begin to heat up too quick, too fast. Well, I don't know, because I think it has to do with the price that you pay for the product. I have a $300 jetpack that sits in my RV right now. My AC is not on. It's not on at all, so it's probably really warm at home inside. But it's plugged in, but it doesn't do that because in the circuitry and the motherboard of whatever's inside the item prevents it from overcharging. And just like the new phones do, like I could put my phone on the wireless charger right now. Once it's full, it won't hold the charging, or it'll stop it. So modern day stuff doesn't overcharge like that. But if you get the cheaper variant of things, like the jetpack that almost blew up was that $45 prepaid Verizon jetpack from Ellipsis. I picked it up at Best Buy, and because it has unlimited 4G data, and I could use that out here on the road. The one in my RV I only have 15 gigs on, and that's perfect for just the Google Home Mini and my security cameras that I monitor from my mobile devices. So I leave that there. I leave the expensive one there, and I bring the cheap one out here with me. and maybe that was a mistake. But the cheap one, yeah, didn't take too long. Battery started swelling up, and it stays nice and cool in here. But I'm thinking that because it is the cheaper model, yeah, it's that same stuff that's supposed to be in it to protect it from overcharging isn't in it. And I'm waiting to hear back from Verizon to see how they're gonna fix that issue. Tammy Pilgrim writes, they also don't have the unlimited plan anymore. I don't know. I don't think they have the unlimited normal plan, but the prepaid plan, I went into the Verizon store to see if I could grab an extra battery last week and told them what plan I have. They never stated that the prepaid plan was not unlimited anymore. I don't think you could buy a Verizon Jetpack in the Verizon store that, you know, on contract that is unlimited. Yeah, you probably can't do that. But if you find the right Best Buy, you can find those prepaid ones. And if you can't find it there, Amazon has them. Same price, $45, and they already have SIM card. I think on eBay, you could purchase other people's. They keep them going. So they may not want they may have upgraded their jetpacks. You could buy their old, I gotta shut this motor off again. You could purchase their old jetpacks. They keep it activated and sell you the whole thing. $45, and they keep their SIM card in it. You just can't change the name in it, because once you change the name, then you lose your unlimited. But I know eBay sells those, and I think Amazon has some too. Beverly Steer gave me another smiley face with the American flag, or I don't know why I said American flag, the United States flag. There is no American flag. Jim Bozen writes, I have been trying to get Halloween started here. The Philippines needs a little ghost and goblins. That surprises me that in the Philippines they don't celebrate Halloween. I thought every country celebrates Halloween. I know Mexico does. Canada does. We do here in the United States. I never even thought about the Philippines not celebrating Halloween, especially since there's so many military personnel on the on those islands. Trep writes, now I know how to scare truck drivers. Stay safe and keep making vids. It's not hard to scare a truck driver. Not hard at all. James writes, Rick, how long did you have to wait before you could start moving again? I normally park anywhere between 8 hours and 10 hours. You're supposed to park and have a solid 10-hour break, but sometimes you could split the hours. Sleep for 8 hours, and then get up and drive your whatever you built up, and then take another 2-hour break, and then you'll build up the hours that you would have had if you had took a whole 10 hours off. And Beyond Beauty 3 writes, she just knocked my sonic screwdrivers all over, scared the heck out of me. Cats. She gave me a big yellow heart. So here's a big yellow heart back at you. All right, guys, that's about it for this Nomadic Monday. I pretty much got through everything, I think. If I missed a comment, I do apologize. It's just really hard to, as they all disappear and the female of this thing starts to talk. Some of them are so long and there's so many of them. It's so hard to go through, and I've already been chatting with you guys for 20 minutes, and I don't want the videos to go on that long. All right, guys, please stay tuned for the videos coming this week. I am leaving Minnesota, heading back to Orlando at the moment. I'll be stopping tomorrow afternoon in Metropolis, Illinois for a few minutes, and then continuing on down to Atlanta, where I should be spending the night again, and then ending up at home in Cousin Eddie's. So we're gonna be able to make a couple stops, show you guys a couple things, and like somebody asked in the comments, or I think it was Roxanne, like to see some more Halloween stuff. Maybe we'll look for haunted movie props from the past and television show props. Maybe there's some haunted artifacts within the Super Museum. Well, I'll see. That might be something to look into. So I might have something like that going tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you on the next one. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and there's a little bell right next to the subscribe button. If you click that, yeah, you don't want to. Everybody says smash that button. Don't smash it. You'll crack your screen. Just touch it. And you'll get notified every time I post a new video. Until the next time, I love you guys, and I'll see you. Not in the funny pages. I'll just see you when I see you. Until the next time, peace, everybody.